All right, Coach.
Yeah.
Heading into the last week of the season that you know about.
Yeah.
How pleased were you with the performance of your team on the road?
Yeah.
First time it's been raining heavily in a game for you guys in a while. And how did your team handle all those challenges?
I thought they handled it extremely well. To go on the road, to play a good four-quarter game, in the weather the way it is, I think the whole deal is, can you minimize any distraction? A great football team minimizes distractions. It's focused on the play at hand. And while I don't think we did a 100% great job of that, I thought we grew tremendously in doing that. And then coming off of a previous week to get your focus right back and get better. And so the building champions while pursuing championships philosophy that we run this thing, I think our guys really bought in and say, I'm not going to be attached to that previous moment. Emotional letdown, yes. But don't let it deteriorate your future by being stuck in that moment. And so I think where our guys are growing just as people and as players is saying, hey, I'm moving on to the next moment. I'm moving on to the next moment. So I thought this last game, we played a full 4 quarters. They kept moving on to the next moment. And across the board, while there's still a lot of areas to improve in, as we go into this week, we're hungry to get those. I thought we played a good 4-quarter game.
Coach, you've been talking about the youth of this team, not just so much with experience, but guys playing different positions and people playing where maybe they weren't in the previous year, and particularly on defense, kind of the unit of this new team where they're kind of playing together now for 10 weeks. Just talk about that and how far that's come and where you hope it to end this week.
Yeah, it's a good eye-opener as a coaching staff and as you're developing players. And I think this, is that you never assume the fundamentals are in hand. You always keep those the main thing, and you also never, as far as coaches goes, don't ever lose the pure essence of what this is about. It's about developing people. It's about developing players in their craft, and I think that's where the coaching staff has enjoyed this year the most, because it's been so organic and just so the true essence of football. Of having to develop guys and see young talent who's eager but yet you're trying to teach them the game of football. So it's come along. And I think defensively we're playing pretty good defense now. You'd like to have it happen sooner. There's some moments and stuff we'd like to get back, but I think right now for where we're at finishing the season off, we're able to we're on the upswing and those young guys are now veterans.
Speaking of development, you got senior day coming up. Like, when you look back at this senior class, what are some things that pop into your head initially?
Well, they're warriors. We talk about what a warrior man is, and you just talk about that power of love and self-discipline. Talk about being somebody's mission-minded. This senior class is exactly that. They're full of guys who are all about the mission at hand. They're all about this program, and they're all about growing up. And now you have some savvy veterans who not only have done well academically, but you're also looking at guys that can be counted upon as a program. And I know down the line, once the weekend's over and they step into their career fields, they're going to continue to make big impacts. And that's what's moving forward is all about. Is that we're not only want to be dominant on the football field, but a lot of what we do is going to be judged for the years to come about how those players are operating outside of the game now in their adult lives. And it speaks to what this degree is, what this development is, and what this unique experience is for their families, for their employers, their employees. It's not just cliche what we say here. That is an intentional, everyday training program happening here.
Coach, this weekend is your Salute to Heroes game, second annual. And you've got the theme of it is really focused on future leaders of America. There's a lot of youth who are going to be at the game. I think there's over 500 registered for the event. What does this event mean to you? Falling on Veterans Day weekend,
right,
with your background growing up in a military family.
Yeah, this is a real celebratory weekend for us because it's a time to appreciate all the men and women who served our country and. Growing up in a Marine Corps family and growing on different bases and moving around, you understand the sacrifices that not only the men and women that are on the front line and that are doing, but their families behind it. So it's not only a time to honor those heroes of our community, but it's also the families that are just as much involved with all of it. It's the Marine Corps birthday on the November 10th, so it all comes together to culminate a weekend that we are honoring people because It's the seniors we're honoring, it's the heroes we're honoring, and we just need to be able to take time out and do more of that. So for me personally, this weekend means a lot, and I want to make sure we do it right. The fans, they come out. It's a great time because you're going to be celebrating some great people, but you're also going to see celebrating the program. And I really appreciate how in this day and age we do take some time out now. Hey, let's make sure we honor some people that need to be honored, because what we are today, we're all standing on somebody else's sacrifice, somebody else that did something for us, whether it was your mom, your dad, your grandparents, whether it was a mentor, in the grand scheme of the military, helping out to keep our freedoms free. So those are all those things we want to make sure the heroes that are out there, the first responders that do that, we want to make sure we look out for them too. So this is a weekend that we're going to take the time out to make sure we let people know, hey, we see you, and what we're doing today is because you've done something for us yesterday, and we want to keep pushing it forward.
You guys have Colorado Mesa this week in a non-conference matchup. What have you seen from their film?
Yeah, Coach Martin has got a program going right now. They're hitting on all cylinders. I think offensively, they're scoring a lot of points. They run a pretty unique scheme. They're going to formation you in a lot of wild formations. They got a very big O-line. They got a quarterback who's a great dual threat athlete. I think one of the best running backs we're going to see all year long as far as the power and a downhill runner. We met up with them last year, and we lose a close one with them. So we understand firsthand just how powerful they are as a program, and they're a top 15 team in the nation that we're excited to play against. And defensively, they're bringing stuff out of a reduced 3-4. They'll get into some odd 3-3 stack, play some quarters, and also bring their own uniqueness. So you're looking at a Colorado Mesa program that always likes to put a new game plan, new twist on the game plan for who the opponent is. So we understand what they've seen on film. They're going to have something coming out of the gate that's probably completely different. So it's going to be a lot of us having to adapt quickly and see what they want to do. And the more they try to adapt and create, for us is like, okay, the sooner we adapt to it. Now they're stepping outside of what their comfort zone is as well. You can only adapt so much, and so we know that they're coming in with their playoff hopes, and we're coming in with our pride and positional hopes about how we end this season. And our seniors are going to be fired up. I think everyone is just excited to play the game of football, and they're playing against such a worthy opponent. They're playing great football.
Talking about an offense that forces a team to adapt, your own offense, you could probably describe that way with, there's some games it's the running game, and
right.
Scobie's incredible. Other games it's the Weston Carr show.
Yeah.
But this last game I think was the perfect example. Elfers wasn't available, and you got a fresh quarterback making his first start who completes passes to pretty much everyone. 4 different receivers caught touchdowns. How pleased are you with your offense and how they've developed over the course of a year to be as versatile as they are at this point?
Yeah, no, I'm fired up. And how about that for T. Will to come in and to get his first start and to play a real complete game. I thought he showed a veteranness about him, so that means to me he's been studying. His backup role has been well spent. It's been well invested at time. He's been paying attention to everything, so to step in and run the system and for it to be that productive, it takes a quarterback like that to be able to say, okay, I can distribute the ball to all to the pass game, multiple receivers, and obviously in the run and the mesh game when it comes to the zone read option. So, Weston has had a great year. Andrew's had a great year, and then you look at for the other guys to step up, like Shane Hirsch and Darrell Adams, and to see Scooby step in there, and it all comes back to, though, I think where we have a great old line coming together, where it's making those options possible. So I like the way the offense is going right now, and where I like is there's veterans in that offense that aren't necessarily getting the stats or the role, but they're doing everything they can to make this whole offense successful and keep growing, pursuing. Guys like P. Cam, who they're just he's a senior and he's done his job all season long and all his time here to say, I'm going to keep pushing the quarterback position to where it needs to be, and I'm also going to keep holding things accountable where it doesn't be. So there's a collective spirit of pursuit of excellence around here, and that's it can be seen when a backup jumps in there, but what isn't seen is, well, those other guys that have been playing those backup roles are pushing the envelope to make sure that this whole thing elevates.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.